I'm Renee.
And I'm Anthony, and we are the voices, healers, and channelers behind Blue Soul Earth. We connect to higher levels of consciousness to bring forth divine energies, to heal and to teach ancient wisdom.
These energies that we access from higher dimensions largely consist of the ascended masters that humanity across cultures knows really well. They are many, but they speak collectively as one voice. And for simplicity's sake, we call them our spirit team.
How we channel as a couple is very unique. The energies we channel come down through Renee's crown chakra, through her solar plexus, into my solar plexus, and then back up through my crown chakra, and it forms a three-dimensional triangle that's used to heal and to teach.
These energies flow through us a bit like an infinity 8. The symbolism behind why and how this happens is actually pretty profound.
It's actually accessing divine feminine and divine masculine energies, weaving them together to form one energy to heal and to teach.
We will be channeling different topics in roughly 10 to 15 minute segments that will be part of our Blue Soul Wisdom series.
So if you're just starting out on your spiritual journey,
or if you'd like to access higher levels of consciousness,
or you'd like to take your healing practice to the next level,
then join us.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Anthony.
And I'm Renee. And we're here today to talk about creating thought, creating reality through our conscious mind and our conscious thought, through what's called the DNA field and the law of resonance.
That sounds pretty interesting.
All right, we're going to call our guides through and we're going to get their take on something that we talk a lot about in our Blue Soul circles, and that's the idea of resonance and how connecting to these higher vibrational patterns can in fact affect our DNA and our reality as we know it. So as Anthony goes into a higher consciousness himself and connects to higher realms and dimensions, he will be bringing forth our spirit guides, who both speak and connect through his auric field as well as his consciousness.
It is always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia. Thank you for receiving us.
Thanks for being here, guys. It's always good to have you.
Thank you.
We are talking about one of our favorite topics.
Your ascended masters.
Yes, of course. And what you can teach us and teach others about this law of resonance. He starts out on just asking readers, who would you like to be? Kind of going back to childhood. So the reason he does this in his introduction is he's essentially saying that adults have forgotten the wonder. They have forgotten that they can create. So if you ask children what they'd like to be, they light up and they will give you many answers. But as adults, we are sort of caged in a box, if you like, and we stop believing, and that's part of the issue. The most recent discoveries of quantum physics, quantum biology, modern mathematics, and epigenetics clearly reveal that the power of our belief systems create the person that we believe we are, from our health and our immune system to our hormone balance and our ability to access the power of self-healing to bring about happiness into our lives and our outer circumstances. True limitations are only found in the head, or more precisely in our mind.
Your ego keeps you from believing that you can create whatever it is that you want to create. Within your DNA patterns, within the sequences, that is where your consciousness actually is stored, if you will. And that is where you are able to connect with everything. The all, the God, the goddess. You just have to believe it. It's already there. It's been there for eons. You are now just starting to realize this, and your scientists are starting to understand this at a quantum level.
And we're starting to wake up to the reality that this can be our reality.
You are starting to wake up, understanding that this reality is one of many realities. And that is a true awakening and a true connection of consciousness to the all, if you will, knowing that there are multiple realities, not just this one, and that you're connected to them all if you choose.
So let's chat about the mirror neurons. As they have been since dubbed, mirror the behavior of each other as though the observer itself were acting. Our brain records memories of specific movements even when we never experience these things ourselves. Mirror neurons award us with the ability to inwardly understand actions simply by observing others.
Now, we will take it at a quantum level and say this, that these mirror neurons are those things that help you connect to all of the different soul streams and timelines that you have in your own realities. These are the things that you call deja vus. These mirror neurons are the things that also have all of the memories of all the past lives that you once were. And actually, these are all of the futures that you have potentially or can potentially be as well.
So, in other words, all the different probabilities that your future could hold for you.
Yes, that is correct. You see, you are a great species. You are made up of many different highlight beings, if you will. It has all been built into you already. You're just starting to wake up. Your DNA, your field is starting to wake up to this particular resonance now, through which your planet is going through. And you're starting to realize that all of these multiple realities do exist. And it's all of these mirror neurons that you have within you playing at a quantum level that are giving you all of these possibilities and probabilities and your ability to co-create with all life here and that everything exists. This is nothing more than an awakening.
So, in other words, we have access to so much more than we realize we have in the physical body.
That is correct.
So just because we can't see it in the quantum field doesn't mean that A, it's not there, and B, that we can't tap into it to assist us on our journey.
Just because you can't see the multiple yous doesn't mean that they don't exist. Just because you can't see source energy doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And just because you don't know what is in the void, it doesn't mean that it's actually a void at all.
The dark matter.
Exactly. Those are like the mirror neurons. The mirror neurons. They are there, although you can't see them.
The thing is, if we can't see it, but we simply believe it and we intend it, then we can use this field, this law of resonance, if you like. We can use it to do both healing on ourselves and others, and we can use it to manifest.
You only need to create your frequencies so that they resonate with those particular laws, if you will, within the universe. Once you connect with these resonant fields, you're able to do whatever it is you believe you can do. And that is how you heal remotely. That is how you heal with your eyes and your hands, your words, and that is how you connect to higher spiritual realms.
And so talk about healing remotely.
As we told you before, there is no space and time. It's all relative. You may think that it's a distance, but it's not. Even what you're recording right now has healing frequencies within it.
It's the frequencies of the words that we're projecting as well as the intention.
That is correct.
Combined.
Yes. Even if it is recorded, it is still healing as well. And when you're doing something on your computers and you're healing remotely, because you're all connected, it's still healing. Your students may be thousands and thousands of miles away from you, but still you can teach them and heal them. Your clientele may be on the other side of the world, and still you can heal them. Participants might even be on a different planet, and one day they will be, and you can still heal them, because there is no time and space. You are the time and space. You are all connected together.
And Reiki practitioners know this too, because there is actually a symbol and a code for remote healing.
Yes, that is correct.
We use it all the time.
We enjoy when you bring forth your Reiki guides.
Our holy fire Reiki guides.
That is correct.
So I'm going to read one more thing from this book. And this is in the chapter called Coming into Resonance with Yourself and Your True Feelings. You will only have those things in your life that you want, that are already in you. Nothing else can happen. You will not attract anything else, nor will you even feel drawn to it. This means that the faster you come into resonance with yourself, the more your world will change in ways that you could only describe as wondrous. When we are not in resonance with our own true self, our feelings and our desires and wishes, if we are unaware of our desires and we don't want to fully accept them, we can easily be exploited. This desire for happiness, for example, is such a deep-seated need that it can quickly make a person easy to manipulate. Like a puppet on a string, such a person is readily controlled by various beliefs, people, and institutions.
You might say this: birds of a feather flock together. Those of the same resonance or the same frequency will be together. That is why we tell you these things. When you desire to be with your partner, a mate, look within, not without. Look at the interior, not the exterior. Look at the holy fire, the holy consciousness, the sacred you. And there you will find your true happiness. You will find the one with whom you will resonate the best, the most, the optimal. And therein you will find your happiness, your love, perhaps even your twin flame, with whom you will do very important work to raise the consciousness and the light on a planet that is ready now to make a dimensional shift. And with that, we will leave you.
Okay, guys, thanks for coming through.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for receiving us. We give you our peace. Om Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti.
Namaste.
Namaste. So Anthony is disconnecting to our guides now, and momentarily the physical Anthony and the physical consciousness of the here and now will return. You're back.
You know, sometimes I have to admit I enjoy being connected much more when they're here. But I can always go back, and so can you.
You can always connect, and that brings about a blissful, peaceful state of resonance, if you like, where you can connect to your higher self, your higher you, and really manifest and heal in ways that you never thought possible before.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much, and we hope to see you soon.
Bye-bye now.